quite complicated.
Yeah, no, no, I can hear you fine. It doesn't have too many background noises.
Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight. You're in for one crazy, epically awesome, and super cool ride today on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. With me today, we have race car driver, racing sensation, Chase Johnson. Welcome to the show, Chase.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
So, Chase, let's talk about your racing career. Where did it all begin for you on this awesome ride?
Where it all began was my family's been racing for 4 generations, like over 75 years. So pretty much born into it and wouldn't have it any other way. I absolutely love it and started racing when I was 5. And yeah, it was, I guess kind of the rest is history from that point on. But I absolutely love it. I love what I do. And I love racing. I love the sport of racing, and I love everything that comes with the sport and happens with the sport. I love it all. So, um, yeah, that's how I got into it. Was basically through family. So,
So, Chase, when you got behind the wheel of the race car for the first time, what was that like for you? Were you a little bit nervous at all?
I don't even know if I exactly remember the first time I got behind the wheel. I don't think I was too happy, to be honest with you. I was a little bit nervous or a little bit scared. So, you when you're yet that young, you do all this talk and say how that's what you want to do, and then when the time comes down to it, you get a little bit nervous. So, the very first time I actually went and drove a go-kart or race car, I actually went the wrong way on the racetrack. So I actually went out, and the back chute was kind of straight and center with the racetrack, and I turned left instead of turning right. So I actually went the wrong way. Lucky for me, there was nobody out there. It was just a little private test thing or practice thing. But yeah, pretty funny story, anyways.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, Chase, what is the story behind your race car number? Where did that all come from?
My race car number. So I was a big Jeff Gordon fan when I was younger. So that's where the 24 came from. Big Jeff Gordon fan when I was younger, and I instantly was drawn to him before even knowing his background and his involvement, or just his background of racing midgets and sprint cars and being from California and being somewhat close from where I grew up. So that all came knowledge later down the road as I was a little bit older to realize that type of thing. But yeah, so I just absolutely love Jeff Gordon and love the 24 car and watching it on Sundays. And that's when I was asked what my number was, what I wanted it to be, that was what it was.
So, is Jeff Gordon your racing hero then? Is that somebody you looked up to?
Um, I would say when I was younger, yes. And then, as time went on and, you kind of evolve and you kind of grow, and um, different heroes kind of come in and out of your life a little bit. And you realize, as I got older, I kind of more idolized, Tony Stewart or Casey Kane, somebody that, had made it all the way to that top level, but still came back to the dirt track stuff and gave back, owned teams, raced quite a bit. I wish Jeff certainly did more of that, but yeah, it just you always kind of idolize those guys that make it to the top pinnacle of our sport. And then also, you idolize certain people in, IndyCar and World of Outlaw racing and USAC racing. And there's a lot of different forms of stuff that you kind of idolize and grow into, I guess, more of who you admire more than others. But yeah, that when I was younger, I definitely did idolize Jeff Gordon. That being said, with the 24 car number.
Okay, so Chase, did you ever get a chance to meet Jeff Gordon at all?
I believe I did once. Yes, I believe I did once. I think it was at Sonoma Raceway. It was like a meet and greet thing, and I believe I met him once. It was a long time ago.
So, what was it like to meet him?
I can't remember, to be honest with you. My memory's not that great. So I do remember that I did get to meet him. I think I have a picture with him somewhere. But yeah, I was a shy kid when I was younger, so I'm sure I didn't speak too much or say much, but I'm sure it was pretty cool when I was younger, but I can't really remember too much of it.
Okay, so Chase, So have you had a lot of success as a race car driver in your racing world?
Yeah, I would say so. I've been pretty blessed to be exactly where I'm at now. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at now. There's definitely been at it for some years, and ups and downs for sure, and a lot more downs. I feel like as a race car driver, you're going to have that. But it's how you deal with it is how you become a good or a bad race car driver. And I feel like being able to accomplish a lot of things that are hard to accomplish, or certain aspects that you get thrown a wrench in your life, you got to deal with a little bit harder than others. But yeah, I'm certainly happy with where I'm at. I feel like I've been given some great opportunities, and been able to travel across the country and run in a lot of cool racetracks and run for a lot of cool teams. So I really do enjoy that a lot.
Okay. So Chase, with your racing career, what is the worst thing you've had happen to you as a race car driver?
Just I guess just the normal crashes and whatnot. I mean, yeah, that's it's a big question, but yeah, I guess just it's a lot of mental game of what we do. So very, very much on the mental side, you have to be mentally strong, and a lot of what we do is you got to be as mentally good that you are physically, and also on the track too.
Okay, so Chase, what is the worst thing you've had happen to you as a race car driver?
Um, Probably just just life, and certain aspects of learning how to deal with crashes, and different aspects of personalities, and just just a lot of I'm trying to figure out the best way to put it. But there's definitely certain setbacks that have happened in my career. But I think you learning how to deal with that at a certain age, and a certain young age, or really any age, you're going to be able to hopefully become a better person at the end of it, and a stronger driver. And for the good or the bad, you're kind of forced to go through some stuff. So um, that's where I'm at now. I'm, like I said, I'm pretty proud of where I'm at now, and what has happened is behind me. And I'm really happy that I have the opportunities I do now, and I have the success that I do now.
Okay, so Chase, what is your 5-year plan with the racing?
My what was that?
What is your 5-year plan with the racing?
My 5-year plan: win a lot of races. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't really have too much of a 5-year plan. People always ask, what's the goal, or what's the end goal. And I want to win a lot of races, and I want to win in a lot of cars and a lot of different racetracks. So I don't necessarily have a plan. Like I said, I'm really happy with where I'm at now. I do love to travel and race, but where I'm at right now is competing with the top guys in our sport, and I do thoroughly enjoy that. So I've been offered different opportunities with some pavement things, but at the end of the conversation, it normally leads to, you need to bring about $250,000, and we can go run all these races. And unfortunately, that's not something that I have. And I've worked really hard for the opportunities that I have now. And like I said, I'm happy with where I'm at. I do really enjoy the dirt track racing stuff, and I also do enjoy venturing out on running some other stuff too.
Okay, so what is your 10-year plan with the racing then, Chase?
10 years from now, I don't even know exactly how old I'd be. Let's see here. Um, 10 years from now, I sure hope I'm still racing. So lucky enough to be healthy enough in 10 years from now, and still in great shape, and still have good opportunities. I sure hope I'd still be doing it from now, and hopefully I can look back and see and be proud of where I came from, and everything that I've done. And yeah, I think I definitely would love to still be racing in 10 years. But that all comes down to being healthy, and having good opportunities still at that point.
Okay, so Chase, Who all works on your race car? Who do you have working behind the scenes on your race car to help get you prepared for the track?
So I have my own car and my own team is what I do have. And that's the Johnson Racing number 24 car. And so with that program, we run that about 20 times a year. And I have we've got some great help along with that, but most of the time it's myself in the shop. We do have a couple of crew guys, Eric McCloskey and James Edens, my brother Colby, and my father Don. They also help me in the shop as well. And then we also have a crew chief for this coming year, Ivan Warden, which has been pretty cool to work alongside with him and have his help in the shop. So that's really who helps us get going and working on the car in the shop. But for the most part, we I do pretty much all of it. I fit the bodies, we build the race cars, we put the graphics on, we do it all. We prep everything, we get everything ready, and we bring it all to the trailer ourselves and bring it all to the track. So that's exactly what I do. So and then like I said, I'm blessed with some great opportunities to run with some different teams, and they're able to provide me with some great opportunities, great equipment, and some great prepped race cars to go and win some races.
Okay, so when it comes to your body that you put on your race car, are you a Chevy driver, Toyota driver, Ford driver?
Oh no, Toyota for sure. Yep, Toyota. Yeah. So we proudly represent the Toyota stores, the Price family Toyota stores. So Marin Toyota, Walnut Creek Toyota, and Sunnyvale Toyota. We proudly represent them. So
Okay.
as you can see, our car is all the red Toyota car. So we represent those stores proudly. It's been a great partnership and sponsor that we've had for the last 2 years. So I'm excited to continue that relationship and move that forward into this year. I think it's going to be something great. It's been something that we have talked about. It's definitely a long-term thing. It's not something that's going to be just 1 or 2 years. So I'm really looking forward to, kind of keeping them with me throughout my career.
So when it comes to your Toyota body, are you running like TRD motors in too?
So as of right now, you can't have you can't get your hands on a Toyota motor for a sprint car right now. We're in the process, and we had some talks and had a meeting with TRD over the winter time. So we hope to have some Toyota motors in our hands by September.
Okay.
That's what our hopes are. So all of that is kind of to be announced or to be determined. Just kind of depends on the whole Toyota development process of their sprint car engine, and then when they get to a certain point and they're happy with where it's at, to be able to provide it with us is where we're currently at. So when the time comes, we're ready to have one and put it in the car. But we're still going to be racing with what we have now, and the great 410 power that we do have now. So we'll be ready for when that time comes. And yeah, we're hopefully by September, by next year, we'll have a Toyota motor in that car.
So Chase, when it comes to your Toyota sprint car, so do you compete with like the World of Outlaws and stuff like that too then, or?
Yep. So I think last year we did about 10 to 12 races with the World of Outlaws, and this year with them cutting back on their March springtime swing, that took a little bit of World of Outlaw racing out for us as far as here in California. But I think we got about 4 or 6 races with the Outlaws planned this year. So pretty much whenever or every single 410 winged sprint car event that's in California we'll be at. So whether it be the high limit series that we were supposed to do, or also the World of Outlaw races, or NARC and King of the West, we'll be there with that car.
I'll tell you what, Stacey, I'd like for you to come out here to the Midwest, because out here in August, we have the ACO Jackson Nationals, which is an outlaw race. That's on a 410 mile track. We'd love to have you out here.
Yeah, no, I've been to Knoxville quite a few times, and I do really enjoy Knoxville. It's definitely a special place. It's a very very fast place. I've ran the Nationals I think in 2018 and 2019, and when I do go back there, I'm going to make sure that I have all my ducks in a row, because that's a very very serious place that you have to have the very very best of every nut and bolt on that race car. And I do enjoy Knoxville. It's a, like I said, it's a super special place. I love it there. I think I'll actually be back there for the USAC show. I think in June or July is what they have it there. So I'll be there for that. And then we're looking forward to possibly making a trip out there with the 360 Nationals as well. So that's all kind of to be determined at this point. So we're gonna, go through these next couple months and see exactly where we're at. But as far as the 410 Nationals, I'm hoping that we can possibly get there within the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, because we'd like to have you out here at Jackson Motorplex. Jackson Motorplex has a track that they have the World of Outlaws at. It's called the Agco Jackson Nationals, which is a
Yes.
3-day show. That'd be a adventure for you too.
Yes, no, I've never ran Jackson. Sure would like to. That's definitely Jackson and Huset's and Knoxville. It's a good, 3-track little region that you guys have out there. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of Jackson. I get to watch the races there, on Dirt Vision or live streamed or whatever they're having streamed. So, it's a great track, and like I said, hopefully we get to make it out there in the next couple of years.
Okay. So Chase, what is your favorite track to race on with your 410 car?
I really do enjoy Tulare Thunderbolt, and I also enjoy Watsonville, Ocean Speedway. So Ocean Speedway is in Watsonville, California, and Thunderbolt is in Tulare, California. So I really do enjoy both those racetracks. They've been good to me, and then they've also been very bad to me too. So I feel like both of those really kind of fit my driving style. I really love and think that 410 sprint cars on like a 3/8 quarter mile are one of the most entertaining things that you can visually see. So, and I think both those tracks provide an excellent race and an absolutely great performance and showcase of what these sprint cars are capable of.
Okay. So Chase, when it comes to, racetracks, what your favorite is, what is your home racetrack that you race on?
Well, we don't necessarily have a home racetrack. The closest racetrack to us is Petaluma Speedway. That's the closest racetrack, distance wise to where I live, and that's probably about 15 minutes away from where I live. Unfortunately, they don't really race wing sprint cars a whole lot. They have kind of like a crate sprint car class that they do run like a weekly basis. But as far as 410 or 360 wing or non-wing racing, they don't really have many races. They're probably about 6 or 4 races a year. So whenever we can go there, we do, and we do support them. But that would be, I guess, the closest to home. As far as like where we race most frequently, I guess would be Watsonville at Ocean Speedway, and that's about every Friday night, and that's down in Santa Cruz County Fairgrounds. So that's probably about 2 hours away from where I'm at. So that's probably the most recent place that I race frequently on a normal basis. But I guess I don't really have a home track or somewhere we can exactly call home, or you can catch us there every week. We don't have that. So like I said, I enjoy the traveling and being able to travel all across the West Coast, and then also all across the states too, and race. But yeah, those are the closest tracks to us.
Okay. So Chase, when you're getting ready to go on the track out there for your heat race, hot laps, or feature, what helps get you psyched up and motivated to go out on that track?
You gotta, I think it's just, a certain type of mood, or it just has to, I feel like the more I do this, you have to have a good vibe. You have to be having fun doing what you're doing, and if you're not in that mindset, you're not going to perform well. So you still have to be very serious. You have to take it, you have to be very focused when you go out there and do it, and very focused on the task at hand. You can't really think too far ahead in advance. But I feel like you just, at the end of the day, you got to have fun. So if you're not having fun, you ain't going to perform well, and you ain't going to be successful. But so having fun. I don't do anything really to psych me up or get me pumped up. I don't really have any routine in that basis. I think just being more relaxed and really just kind of enjoying and having fun. normally tends to have the best success. So like I said, you have to have a mixture. You have to be able to have fun and have a good time, but you have to be very serious about what we do too. So it's a a nice wade time. So being able to have fun and then being serious at the same time.
Okay, so Chase, who do you have for sponsors on your racing team?
Um, with my team with Johnson Racing with the 24 car that we do have, like I said, the three Toyota stores with Toyota Marin, Walnut Creek, and Sunnyvale. Those three under the Price family dealerships, those have been great supporters of mine. And then I've had a bunch of great partners with Pit Stop USA. They're the online motorsports superstore. King Concrete, they do an excellent job in concrete. They're down in Southern California. Sage Fruit from up in Washington. They're a great partner of ours too. Avanti Windows and Doors. They do excellent stuff and absolutely kill the window and door business. And a lot of people, Barsati's Auto Body and Fender, they help us out quite a bit. Lake Parts, Auto Parts, they do a great job for us, keeping us everything stocked up and well. We have a great group of proud partners that we do, and we take a lot of pride in what we do with our partners, and we take a lot of pride in how we represent them. The list of our partners is pretty long and lengthy, but we have a great connection and are able to provide and help them with their needs too. A lot of what we do is not really just a sticker on a race car. A lot of what we do is actually helping them with their marketing, with their vision, with their idea of marketing and branding, and how we can push a certain product or how we can help their business. So that's a lot of what we do. It's very different than just having a sticker on the car and calling it a day. So we're very proud of what we do and how we represent those. And all the different teams that I do race for with Quinn Motorsports, Beelman Motorsports, May Motorsports, and Josh Ford Motorsports. I also work with their partners and their sponsors as well. So it's a lot of work to kind of balance that, outside of the race car of what I do as well as driving. So it's a lot, but like I said, it's something I take pride in about having to be partnered and have great people around you, because I feel like the more I do this, the more you realize it's all about who you have in your corner and who you have helping you out at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, I'm just the one sitting behind the wheel, and there's a lot of pieces and people that go into making race cars go around in circles.
So are you still looking for sponsors for your racing team, Chase?
Yeah, we are. Yep. We're always interested in possible sponsors and partners and people that kind of have the same vision and thought that we do. And we always have that door open for sure.
So if there's anybody going to be out here watching this racing show with me and Chase Johnson from California, and you'd like to help him out with his racing team, feel free to reach out to Chase, because Chase would appreciate the sponsorship on his race car as he gets further into his racing career. So Chase,
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Racing nickname.
What was that?
Racing nickname.
I don't have one. I've been called a lot of different names, but I don't have a nickname. Nobody calls me a certain name or a nickname or anything like that. So just go by Chase.
We got to work on getting you one. That's a big job. We got to work on getting you one.
Yeah, a couple people have tried to come up with some stuff. It's been pretty funny to hear people's stuff. But yeah, I'm always up for a nickname. So if you think of one, you let me know.
Okay. So Chase, so when you're away from the racetrack, what's your favorite thing? What do you like to do away from the racetrack?
That's a great question. I'm either at the racetrack or I'm working on race cars, so there's not too much in between. I do enjoy spending time with my wife and with my family. I have a great mom and dad and brother, and great family of grandparents, and with my wife and her family. I guess that's the biggest thing of what I do outside of the race car. And without being the time that I am working on the race car, I'm doing something with family. So that's what I do. I don't really have another hobby or anything else I watch. I don't watch other sports. Pretty much it's just racing 24/7. So If I'm not watching racing, I'm working on race cars, or I'm at the racetrack. So, or I'm talking about racing. So, nothing really more other than that.
You pretty much mirror me too, because I love talking about racing. That's pretty much all I talk about and watch racing. That's pretty much it.
Yep, that's all I do. So, no other hobbies. Probably should have played golf. It would have been a lot easier on my body and a lot cheaper too to go play golf. But don't have that much time really to go do other things.
So Chase, when it comes to you at the racetrack, what do you like to eat at the racetrack?
I don't eat too much at the racetrack. I think like my normal kind of go-to food when I am going to eat at the racetrack is some chicken nuggets. So some chicken nuggets or hot dogs. So other than that, I don't really stay. I kind of stay a little bit further away from the racetrack foods. I can never really pass down a candy bar or some M&Ms or something like that. So that's probably the most racetrack food that I get. But yeah.
So Chase, when you're away from the racetrack, what's your favorite restaurant to eat?
I enjoy Mexican food. Love Mexican food. So any type of Mexican food. The Mexican food here in California is really good. So we're so close to Mexico and in the border. It's you get a lot of good Mexican food here in California. So I could eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day of the week. So that's what I love.
So Chase, when you're at home, what's your favorite home cooked meal that your wife makes for you?
I do love just some good chicken and broccoli. I tell you what, she knows how to make that good. So she keeps everything pretty healthy here at home. She keeps me locked down pretty healthy and on tight with the diet and making sure we're eating good food. So she does a great job at that and feeds me well. That's for sure. She knows how to cook some good meals.
So Chase, when it comes to you racing, do you have any advice for the kids coming up in the racing world to help get them behind the wheel of a race car?
Yeah, I think you know, people ask me kind of like what I would give myself advice when I was younger, or that same type of question of just for the younger generation. I think it's you have to be able to live, breathe, um, and everything about racing. So if you want to do this, it's going to take a lot of time and it's going to take a lot of effort, but you have to be committed to it. So if this is something you're serious about doing and something you really have a lot of passion in doing, it's going to be a lot of work, a lot of hours in the shop. You better be prepared for, working your butt off in the shop and, either sweeping floors or, getting your hands all oily and greasy and dirty. So, yeah, you got to be prepared for all of that. And you got to be able to be prepared for loving scrubbing the trailer floor or, love staying up till 3 a.m. washing the car. So, it's you definitely have to live, breathe, and live racing. So eat, breathe, and live racing. So yeah, that's what I would definitely tell or give advice to the younger generation. If you're going to do it, just be prepared, and if you do put that much effort into it, you're going to get something good out of it at the end of the day.
So definitely, Chase. So I'm going to turn the mic over to you. You can ask me a few questions. How's that?
All right, that sounds good to me. Let's see. What's you're located in Iowa. Where's your favorite racetrack?
Jackson Motorplex.
Really? So no Knoxville.
Knoxville is right up there too. I've been to Knoxville twice.
Okay, but you like Jackson a little bit better.
Yes, because it's closer. It's closer to drive. It's probably about half hour from where I live at.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, what's the favorite type of car you like to watch, or what do you look forward when you go to the track?
Racing is right up there.
What was it?
Sprint car racing.
Okay. What about wing or non-wing?
Winged.
Winged. All right. What
And
about the
non-winged
late model?
second.
All right. What about the late model stuff? You like that or no?
Late model stuff too. I like late model stuff too, but all in all, sprint car racing is my go-to.
Okay. Um, if you had to watch a race, would you rather watch mini stocks or modifieds? That's your only option.
I'd say modifieds. I'd say modifieds.
Okay. And what about your favorite track food? What do they got good out there?
I like nachos with meat. I'm a nachos with meat guy.
Nachos with meat. You guys are big on the pork chops out there. I think that's
Yeah.
those are some quick questions I had for you, but yeah, I think I mean, obviously you've been doing this podcast stuff. You enjoy doing it, and is there any other type of form of where you hope to be?
I hope to be really successful with YouTube and just make this, try and be the best I can with this and just, be the inspiration for the kids out there and say, you know what, we actually have a show to go to along with you guys that we can go to and talk about our racing careers, and get things underway. So when we get into NASCAR and stuff like that, that they have a stepping stone to get into that genre.
Totally. No, I think it's great, and it's a great way to just show kids or anyone else to just pick up a microphone or video camera and just start doing it. Don't be afraid to do it, and just go for it and do it. Build it up.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chase. Thank you.
Yep.
So, do you have any, is there a page that the people can follow you on as far as your racing career?
Yeah, well, we have our website, chasejohnsonracing.com, but for the most up-to-date information and whatnot, is best to go to our Facebook or Twitter page, which is Chase Johnson Racing. So you can either find that on Facebook or Twitter. So that's the best way. I feel like we do a pretty good job at keeping everyone updated as far as results or the next races we have coming up, or sponsors, or really any type of cool information we got. We make sure we share it on there so everyone can see. So it's definitely a good follow. So any type of information like that, follow us on there and you can see all that.
Okay, Chase, I will let you step out. I'll call you in just a few minutes to thank you in person for doing this with me.
For sure.
But I'm going to give racing news update wise, and we will call you here shortly.
For sure. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Chase Johnson out of California with the racing show. On the racing show, sorry. So go to Chase Johnson Racing on Twitter or Facebook for all your most up-to-date racing news on him. Also go to chasejohnsonracing.com. They'll have racing news there also. But ladies and gentlemen, definitely here in the near future, I will be updating you information as to Jimmy Screeton as far as his funeral his funeral information. Hopefully either today or tomorrow on Facebook. But definitely, ladies and gentlemen, also racing season's fast underway. Paul Mancini is out testing in the crate in the great big his big block crate modified, along with some of the other drivers. Also, Connor Mirabelli is out testing in his micro sprint today. So everybody's getting very fast underway and getting ready to get their seasons underway. But with that being said, and Logan Rumsey's out doing some driving in his 358 Sprinter also this weekend. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good day. Catch you later. Another episode of the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. Go hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification buttons on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. Also, go press like on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on Facebook for all your racing news updates. If you would like to sponsor my racing show, feel free to reach out to me via text message or phone at 712-209-7138. Also, you can email me at jjnolan151@gmail.com. Or if you would like to be on my racing show, you can also text me or call me at 712-209-7138. Or you can email me at jjnolan151@gmail. You can email me at jjnolan151@gmail.com if you would like to be on my racing show also. But I would like to thank my sponsors, Manning Motorsports and also New England Hemophilia Association. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, catch you later. Another episode of the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show. Keep living life at full throttle. Recording.